Good evening, everybody. Sadly, I have to report that I was hoping tonight to bring you a nervous chat with Jake from Out and About UK. Unfortunately, that's now not going to be possible for some reason. So, being the host that I like to think that I am, I've decided to go with something quite out there, if you like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to invite you, the viewer, to join me in the studio. So for 10 minutes, I'm going to post the link for this stream on my Instagram stories. And what I'd like is people to come in 5 minutes each and to basically give me their top 5 rides, coasters or flats, I don't mind, and why. So I'm about to post this onto Instagram now. It'll be in my stories. Okay, so all you need to do is go onto my stories, click the link, and you will appear. And please, when it asks you for your name, please put your Instagram account name, just in case I don't know you by your proper names. Let's wing this, because you've all tuned in for a show of some description, and I'd like to bring you some sort of show. So, hi Dave, hi Kaz, hi James. Thanks for joining. Obviously, as I've just explained, I can't bring you the show that I was hoping for. So we're going to completely go out on a limb here. And as I say, I'm inviting you, the viewers, to go onto my Instagram account. In the stories, there is a link. It just says join me. Click that link. That'll bring you through to the studio. And I'd like you to come on and give me your top 5 rides, flat or roller coaster, and why. And you'll have 5 minutes. So until then, I'll give you a rundown of my top 5 rides, which obviously has changed this weekend following my recent trip to Blackpool. I have changed. Note the mug. My number 1 coaster has definitely changed. So for me now, my top 5 looks something like this. Wicker Man is in at number 5. At number 4, controversially maybe, I would put 13 actually. At number 3, I'm going with Stealth. At number 2, my previous number 1 is the Smiler, and at number 1 is the legendary Icon. I can't tell you how good this ride was. I've got somebody waiting to come in, which is great. Let's bring in James, Coaster Chicken, and let's get his top 5, because I suspect that may well have changed as well recently. Good evening, James.
Hello. I don't know if this is working. Can you see me?
I can't. I could. I can now. There we go. Hey. How you doing?
I'm all right, thanks. You?
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you for coming in.
No worries. How you doing? All right.
Yeah, well, you know, obviously the anxiety is a little bit thingy. I've never had a guest not show up before, so you know. But in the interest of keeping the show moving, I thought, do you know what? Let's do something different, and yeah, here we are. So, your top 5 rides, and why?
Top 5 rides. Ooh. Do you know, I was prepared top 3, and then when you went 5, I was like, oh no. Top 5. So they're not all coasters. I was going to do top 5 coasters, but I actually don't know what my last 2 are. So top 3 are coasters. The rest aren't. So number
Okay.
5 would be Avatar: Flights of Passage at Walt Disney World.
Good
Quality
choice.
ride, really good. Like, number 4 would be Wicker Man. Wicker Man's. It's not the most intense ride, is it? But it's probably the best themed roller coaster in the UK.
Yes.
I think like that pre-show. I just love it. I think it's great. Um, number 3, I'd go for my UK number 1 coaster, which is the Swarm. I never thought I'd
Okay.
actually do the Swarm, but I'd always admired the area. I thought like Swarm Island is so well themed, and the way it interacts, all the head chopping moments, really good. But actually getting on the coaster was in that airtime on that first inversion, just so good. The hang time you get on that, wow. My number 2 is Star Wars: Rise of the Resistance, the best dark ride in the world. And I say that as a Star Wars fan, but just as a dark ride fan, it's like 3 different rides in one, and it's just brilliant. It's just brilliant. And then obviously my number 1 is the favourite coaster in the world, and that's Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. It's like, I know it's only a family coaster, but it's probably the most intense family coaster you're going to get out there. And the
Yeah.
story's incredible. So many kind of features, and it does what 13 does, but it just does it so well that you forget 13 even did it first. Brilliant.
Yes. I must admit, it is one that I would love to actually go and experience. Obviously, America's just on my bucket list. There's so many coasters there that I am desperate to go and do. That I pray and hope that one day I'll be able to go and do, an American coaster tour. Because obviously, having heard yourself and others talk about, coasters they've done in America, I'm just envious, and I think I'm ready now to take them on. Whereas obviously previously I would have been like, ooh, no. I'm surprised that Nemesis isn't in your top 5 there, James, having braved that twice this weekend.
It's good, but it's not great. I think the Smiler's better, and I don't think the Smiler's amazing either, which is a bit. I like the Smiler, but I just think them last 3 versions are probably unnecessary. But I think that's better than Nemesis. But Nemesis isn't as bad as a lot of people make out. I don't think it needs a retrack.
Yeah, well, we were talking about this on Sunday, weren't we? And I agree. I think that what they've done is they've used the complaint opportunity to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. They know it's going to need a retrack at some point in the not too distant future because of its age, and it just makes sense to just get it all out of the way now, I suppose, and then you're only going to close it once rather than potentially twice. But yeah, I don't think it's not a rough ride. I wouldn't say that there was anything particularly rough about it. There's rougher rides out there that aren't planned for retracks, certainly. So, and we certainly experienced a few of those at the weekend.
Yeah, Blackpool, we're looking at you.
Yeah, we are, especially in Fusion.
Yeah, that I probably would have been more scared of going on Nemesis if I hadn't already been on that. And that was a painful, terrifying experience of my life. Oof.
But you did it, mate. And so absolutely all kudos to you. All kudos to you for doing that. Obviously, we can have a little bit of a chat because there's nobody else coming in just yet. I'm hoping other people do want to come in. Dave, Dale, Kaz, anybody wants to come in and give me your top 5 rides? I'd love to hear. As I say, this is a completely winging it show tonight, but I'd rather do this than cancel. So if anybody wants to join, the link is on my Instagram stories. So please come in if you wish. Otherwise, you're just going to listen to me rambling for hours.
It'd be really interesting to hear other people's top 5s.
That's what I thought. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to hear other people and see how they compare and why. Got to know why people choose the ones that they choose, because it's easy to sort of reel off a top 5, I suppose. But when somebody asks you, but why those 5, it sort of requires a bit more thought, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like when you said there, I was like, oh, I definitely know what top 3 coasters. There was like, oh, why have I picked the other 2 as my top 5? Ooh.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Lift Hill Lauren's just joined in the live chat actually. Lauren, do you want to come in? I've just said basically what we're doing tonight, because unfortunately a guest didn't turn up. I'm doing just an impromptu show. I'm asking viewers to come in, join me in the studio for 5 minutes, tell me their top 5 rides, UK or worldwide, I don't mind, and why. So if you want to come in and join, please do. I've got Dale apparently trying to join me. Dale, I'm going to send you the link via WhatsApp, and then that hopefully will make it easier. But yes, certainly a very intense weekend we've had. Have you actually worked out how many inversions we've actually done this weekend? Did you get a chance to work that out?
No, we've done a lot though.
It's going to be a lot, isn't it? I'm intrigued to know whether it's my highest number of inversions in any given 2-day period.
Don't know. You've got like Colossus near you, haven't you, Seb?
Yes, exactly.
Right. 20.
Yeah, but oh bless. Unfortunately, Lauren can't join us because she has no voice and the flu. Oh, and now I've lost James. Oh, there we go. I thought I'd lost you then, James. But she has sent me her top 3, which are Steel Vengeance, The Ride to Happiness, and Colossus, which I think is a real varied selection there, isn't it? I've only ever done one of those 3, but she's very much an intense thrill seeker, so I'd have been more surprised if they weren't intense rides. Having had Lauren on the show a few episodes ago, obviously, and her telling us about her complete inability to feel danger and fear, I imagine they have to be intense to be able to for her to feel anything from them, I suppose. But yeah, 3 good choices, 3 good solid choices, I think. Hopefully Ride to Happiness will be one that we'll get to do next year.
Yeah, I'll say credit for next year.
Yes, it's definitely a credit. Right, I've got Dale now waiting in the green room. So, James, thank you for joining. It's been lovely to speak to you as always, and I'll speak to you soon.
See you later.
See you later. Good evening, Mr. Coaster Capturer. How are you doing?
I'm all right. You all right?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm winging this show.
Doing a good job.
In the time-honored tradition of the show must go on. Thinking on your feet as you sometimes have to do.
Yes.
It's got to be done. So, come on then, give us your top 5, Dale. I'm intrigued to hear this.
First of all, pleasure to meet you yesterday, my friend. Pleasure to meet you.
It was certainly a pleasure, mate. Absolutely, a long-awaited pleasure as well.
Yes, it was. The day did not disappoint.
It did not at all.
I have got the iPad or whatever it is, just a Samsung, prepped. So my top 5, drum roll please, is I like it. Number 5 is Nemesis. The cat is out the bag now. So James yesterday, Coast Chicken, smashed it. What a guy. Zach loved being sat next to you with a high
legend. He's the man's a legend.
Yes, he is. What a guy. You just can't help but love him.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
He's actually a funny guy as well. You know what? His comedy is on point.
It really is, isn't it? Yes.
Number 4 for me is this is Rush, by the way, because I'm trying to get onto the show.
That's all right.
Is Sick. I think it could be one of them coasters that's in my top 5 because of the hype of the day. So it's not a coaster that I'm going to go on again and again and again and again. But in the minute, it's up there. Revamped top 5, sick. Number 3 is Stealth. What a ride. First time experienced it last month. Experienced it 4 times in one day. A top hat like that is insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's fast. It's insane. It's Rita on steroids. It's crazy. So, when I say it's Rita on steroids, I mean it's Rita mixed with Icon on steroids, because that top hat. And the funny thing is that where you sat, I'm talking to you, so you don't know. You ride it every other week, but you can't digest where the hell you are on the ride.
No.
On one
There
experience,
isn't time.
There's not. You just look. I think I can see London a bit by. Whoa! So it's good.
Yeah.
Number 2 for me is Wicker Man. I think it's an absolute classic of a ride, a modern classic, if that even makes sense.
Yeah.
I've done it 33 times, not as many times as James, Coast to Chicken, but I've done it 33 times this year. I'm from queue line to pre-show to ride itself. I prefer the back. I mean, we had a few front row off to the front rides yesterday, didn't we?
Yes.
So I'm definitely team towards the back. And the number 1 is the same as yourselves. Like I was always saying, Icon. What a ride.
It is. But I can't big Icon up enough at the moment. I'm literally just blown away by it. We did it 5 times. One of those was Enzo, which up until I'd done it, I've been quite critical of Enzo and the cost.
Yeah.
Having now done it, I'm sort of like, all right, it is still a bit expensive, but it was definitely worth it.
100%.
Absolutely, 100% worth doing. And obviously, if the rumours we're hearing are to be believed and are true, a price reduction next year would only make it even more accessible. And I think that would be a great thing.
I'd do it if it were. It's like what I'm type, but £15 in one house. Sorry, £30 in one household for me and Jess. 60 for the kids. 75 including my Jaden is like, whew, like I don't think it justifies that. When I said 100% to you, obviously I've never done Enzo, but from what you were telling me yesterday, along with James and Steve's reaction, it sounds amazing. It sounds closest that you can get to Ride to Happiness in the UK. But if next season they have it across 3 trains and a reduced rate, I think it's a no-brainer.
Yes, I agree. I think it would be, it would. I mean, Icon's already obviously well revered in the coaster community. To make Enzo that much more accessible, I think will only propel Icon even further up the listings 100%. For a lot of people. And people will re-ride.
Yeah.
You will get people who will just keep re-riding Enzo.
The irony is that for £15, people are doing it as a one-off experience. For, say, just throwing figures out there, for £5, I think what you'll find is people say, oh, I'm going to get another £5. I'm going to get another £5. I want to do that again. And the irony is they'll probably spend 20 on the premise of it being affordable or cheap, whatever expression you want to use. And I think the hype is then going to be extended because the queue line, it might cause a little bit of a, oh, chuff me. If they keep the whole time slots and it creates demand, I think that is the way forward. I'm not a theme park entrepreneur, so I don't know costing or anything like that. I might be on the unrealistic approach of 3 trains, £5, but I think it'd make its money. I genuinely think the upsetting thing is that when we've been at times is that there's not many people on it. I'm watching the train go, or I'm sat on the same train, the Enzo train, and there's no one on the back almost wanting to say, mate, can I just jump on? I'll scream. I'll create some hype. I'll give you £1. But it's being used anyway, mate. But it's like, it's sad to see not many people doing it now. So I'm glad that you guys have done it and enjoyed it. I'm jealous, not going to lie, but I'm glad that you've done it and I'm glad that it's up there.
Obviously, what you're saying there about the empty seats, it's a well-known tact used by restaurants that you always fill up the tables in the window first because it makes the restaurant look popular and full.
Yeah.
And it brings people in. So if you're sending around empty Enzo seats, people are going to go, oh, well, people don't want to ride that. Why don't they want to ride it? Well, if they don't want to ride it, I don't want to ride it.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's then kind of self-destructive, isn't it? That
it is. It's like you say, it's a no-brainer. It's a tactical move by a theme park to be able to say, you know, there's not many people on this queue line anyway. Do you want to try it? Do not. I know that it creates that someone might try and play a system in time, but it's creating that not illusion, but it's also creating that enjoyment for someone that didn't want to pay the 15 or didn't realize that you had to pay the 15. You know, do you want to do it? Yeah, and they might go and pay that 15.
Yeah.
Try before you buy.
Exactly.
Buy just that little bit of going the extra mile. I just think.
Yeah. Certainly, if I get to go back next year, and if they have reduced the price, as is the rumor, you know, I would have done it more than once.
Would you?
At 15 quid, I'm like, I'll do it once. Even at 10, I think I would have probably considered doing it twice.
Yeah.
So if it's less than a tenner, then, you know, as I say, we did Icon 5 times on Saturday, and at a £5 a go, I would have considered doing it 3 times probably. It's that good, Enzo, that, you know, it would be worth it for that experience 3 times over. So fingers crossed, they actually do what we've heard they're going to do, and reduce that price, because that would be absolutely amazing.
You never know. You never know. You never know. On the £15 though, if you'd have spent another £15, you would have not been able to spend the £95 on merch. Just saying.
This is also very true. And actually, an interesting point, you bring up merch. We noticed yesterday, on Saturday, that it's 5p cheaper to buy an Enzo t-shirt than it is to ride Enzo.
Is it?
Yeah. The t-shirts are £14.95 and it's 15 quid to ride Enzo. So
something you can
explain the logic of that.
Yeah, the logic on that is that it says it itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, it's that's just absolutely crazy. You know, why would you pay? I don't know, but yeah, but obviously, again, if you've only paid a £5 to do the ride, then you're likely to go and buy the t-shirt.
Yeah, definitely. You're not going to do
more money in your pocket.
More money in your pocket, exactly. But no. So yeah.
So we'll.
I have got, just if you. I know it's your show.
No, carry on.
If you've got anyone else waiting, you can kick me out. But I've got Jess's top 5 as well. Jess is eating a pizza. Jess just got out of the shower, so she's not woman ready. So I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm probably gonna go back upstairs to kick. What do you mean, woman ready? But yeah, so she's giving me a top 5 as well.
Brilliant. Yeah, I'll definitely have those.
So if you bear me a second. So Jess's are. This is a cockle. Number 5, Swarm. Swarm. Good shout.
Good choice. Good shout. Yeah, definitely.
4 is Nemesis. 3 is Stealth. Is that similar to me? Yeah, same. Goes to Captures and Sync.
Sync, yeah.
Oh, in fact, number 2 is Wicker Man. Sync again.
Yeah.
It's like something off a scary film. And then number 1 is Icon. So we have the same top 3. And that's not planned, that, by the way.
Well, Icon's a runaway winner at the moment. That's 3 of us voting for Icon as our number 1. So
I just think that the enjoyment on that ride, we spoke about it yesterday, Darren. It's the top hat, the 2 launches, the corkscrew where you literally feel like you could come out, and then I think it's the duration as well.
Yes,
I think it's those last, you know, whatever you want to call them. I'm a theme park enthusiast that's not got a clue about roller coasters, but the swerves or whatever you want to call them, they're underrated.
Yeah,
I think they mess with you.
Yeah.
Especially in Blackpool air, that wind is like...
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, and we certainly got a face full of that on Saturday. There was a lot of Blackpool air blowing around. And again, those I think is it banked turns they call them?
I think so. I think you've got it.
Yeah,
Could be
I
wrong.
only know that because of Steve, obviously on Saturday using that term quite a lot. So I'm guessing that must be what it is because he's the man in the know.
Yeah, if Steve said it,
and
then it's a given.
When you're Enzoing those bank turns, it's another experience.
Yeah,
As you say, they're great on their own, but with Enzo added to it as well, if you've got a bit of a spin going as you hit those bank turns, yeah, they are something else. They really are something else. So you got that to look forward to.
I have. Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe one day. We are going again this year, so you never know.
Well, absolutely. Right, I've got Dave waiting to come in now, so I shall let you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for joining me.
Anytime, mate.
And let's hear Dave's top 5, and I'll speak to you soon, mate. Take it easy.
See you later, Darren.
Give my love to Jess.
Will do, mate. See you later. Legend.
See you later. Hello, Dave. How you doing?
All right.
So I'm just going to obviously recap for anybody that's just joined.
TV, so...
Oh, bless you. So tonight's show, unfortunately, sorry, just bear with me one second, Dave. Dave, just bear with me 1 second. I just want to recap, obviously, what we're doing tonight.
I'm good. Right, top 5.
For anybody that's just joined. So tonight's show, unfortunately, sorry, just bear with me 1 second, Dave, just bear with me 1 second. I just want to recap, obviously, what we're doing tonight. Dave, we seem to be on quite a delay here.
Oh.
Oh, you coming in here instead, okay?
I can't hear myself. Oh. I need my headphones. Sorry, Darren. Right.
That's all right. No, I was just going to say, just for anybody that's joined, basically tonight's show was meant to be Jake from Out and About UK.
Right,
he hasn't shown up.
Do you want my
so
top
if anybody
5?
wants to join and give me their top 5 roller coasters and why, the link is in my Instagram stories. So please click and come and join. Dave, give me your top 5.
Right, actually, Icon Enzo has pushed Big One to my number 6 position. Obviously, it had major impact with Big One being down Saturday. But yeah, that's my top 5.
I only got 1 there, Dave. All I heard was the Icon. I don't know if there's
Number
some kind
4,
of
would be Cullion over in Tato / Emerald Park for next year. Because that right. Sorry, yeah, that's my number 5. Icon Enzo.
Yeah, I think we all enjoyed
coaster like Cullion. That's something mad.
Yeah, I must. That's the one at Tato Park, isn't it? Yeah.
Is Colossus. Only because it's maybe if we did Sick, would be something else. With 10 inversions, but yeah, the next 3 are like inversion heavy or within reason.
Yeah.
Number 2 is the Smiler, because world record breaker. and
Yeah.
still number one. You obviously know. Saw the ride from last week.
Yeah. Saw is a good shout. I wouldn't. It's not in my top 5, but it is a good ride, certainly. Yeah, I think Saw is a good solid ride, but yeah, it's not in my top 5. I think it's a bit rough this year, so maybe that's what's tainted it slightly for me. But you know, it's
yeah. No, it's obviously that's my personal preference.
No, exactly, and that's what this show's all about. Is I want to hear, I like to hear everybody's preferences. It's it's nice to get a good range of opinions on what everybody likes and why. As I say, we are slightly winging it tonight because of obviously a no-show, but as I say, it's a nice opportunity to get people in and get them to give me their opinions.
No, yeah,
everybody has a different opinion. Have you recovered from all your traveling, Dave? I still can't get over the amount of hours you spent traveling to get to Blackpool on Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, I did Sunday. It was mostly day of rest. But when I seen Steve's vlog, obviously you must have been doing all the dark rides while that heavy downpour was bad.
Yes, yeah, we used that downpour as right. Let's go and do Ghost Train, Wallace and Gromit, and is it Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, that's opposite the is it the Gallopers Carousel? The Derby Racer? Yeah,
Yes.
it's opposite Derby Racer.
Yeah, we did Derby Racer
Alice
as well,
Wonderland.
actually.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we did Derby Racer
That's
as well.
right.
But yeah, that was quite a nice little ride, actually. I quite enjoyed that. It was a lot faster than I was expecting. But yeah, it was a nice ride. But okay, if anybody else wants to come in and give me their top 5, obviously you're welcome to. The link, as I said, is on my my stories.
That's okay. Yeah.
Bit of an impromptu show tonight. But
yeah, I'm actually sorting out my vlog at the moment, so
I haven't even looked at mine yet. I had a very, very brief sort of flick through some of the clips earlier on, and I just went, I'll look at that tomorrow. So yes, obviously if nobody else wants to join, then I'll call an end to the show earlier than our usual scheduled time. But obviously it's everyone is welcome to come in and give me their opinions if that's what they would like to do. Dave, I'll let you get back to your evening. Thank you for coming in. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, and obviously a pleasure to spend Saturday with you again.
You've only had James, Dale, and myself.
That's all right, mate. That's better than I was expecting. So it's
yeah. No,
it is what it is. But thank you for coming on. It is appreciated. And I will speak to you again soon.
I can't hear what he's saying properly now because I've got it on quiet.
All right. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, you take care.
Take care. See you soon. So there doesn't appear to be anybody waiting. So I'm going to call an end to tonight's impromptu little show. Thanks for watching, those of you that have stuck with me. I apologise that I couldn't bring you the usual episode of Nervous Chat that was planned. But I have enjoyed speaking to a few people, getting their obviously top 5 roller coasters. It's always nice to get other people's views and opinions on these things. As I say, as there's no further people waiting to join, I'm going to say goodbye for now. On next week's show, I have got Ben from Ben and Holly's Theme Park Adventures coming in to talk about vlogging with children and as a family, amongst other things, which will be lovely to hear, and of course about their numerous trips that they've been on recently, various theme parks, etc., and the plethora of vlogs that have resulted. So in the meantime, thank you for watching. As I said, thank you for bearing with me and in this difficult circumstances. It has been very much appreciated. I'll see you all next week, Monday night at 8 o'clock. Take care for now. I'll see you all soon.